Well, g'day there everyone, and thanks for tuning in once again. You're probably wondering today, where on earth am I? Lisa and I are in New Zealand. We're here for our autumn photography workshops. We've just a couple of days ago finished our first autumn photography workshop. I'm just going to walk along while I talk to you here. A couple of days ago finished our first autumn photography workshop. And now we've got a couple of days off, so we're just having a bit of downtime. Today we've taken a drive into some pretty remote backcountry here. We're a good hour and a half from civilization, and we're in the Otago region backcountry. We've just driven probably 40 minutes on dirt roads into the backcountry. And we've come out here looking for these particular, I'll just spin the camera around, you can see behind me here. We've come out here particularly looking for these little old huts or sheds, or as the Kiwis would call these, batches, fishing batches. And some of these buildings are really old. There's a few other ones in this area that we're hoping to photograph as well. So just a bit of an adventure today, a drive out in the countryside. 2 nights ago, not 2 nights prior to tonight, there was the first snowfall for the season, which was really good because last week on our first workshop we had incredibly warm weather. We had sort of 25, 26 degrees Celsius temperatures most of the week. It was really warm weather, and they've had almost no autumn here in New Zealand. It's been really warm. They had a warm, dry summer, and autumn's been much the same. So it's good a couple of nights ago that a snowstorm came in. I'll show you in a second. You can probably see these mountains behind me here. There's a bit of snow on the hills. It wasn't a huge snowfall, but it certainly covered some of the hills with a nice dusting of snow. I'll show you also a photograph that I took yesterday evening just after the snow, which actually looks absolutely beautiful. So yeah, no plan at all today. Like everything we do, there's not really a plan to just drive around. We've got about 2 hours until sunset. We're just going to get some shots of these old fishing batches, and then we've got another place down the road which is about half an hour away from here where we're going to also photograph some of these old historic buildings. So yeah, should be exciting. Hopefully as the sun begins to set we'll get some softer light. There's not much cloud around, it's pretty much just a bluebird sky day. But then if we hang around until after sunset we might get a little bit of that sort of pinky pastel blue owl light with some nice snow in the background. So I'll show you around this place here, and we'll probably just get the cameras out and do some handheld shots of these, and then as I said we'll go back to these other buildings not far from here and plan to be there for sunset. So yeah, in the winter time, we're actually about 600 metres above sea level here. So in the winter time, this area actually gets covered in snow, and that's when I really want to come here in the winter, when the whole area is just covered in snow. It would be fantastic to get some minimalistic kind of shots of these old batches in the snow. But you can probably see by just looking in front of me here, the roads here aren't exactly main roads. They're sort of, you know, these ones are quite rutted out here in front of me. These roads, they're sort of rutted out. There's a lot of mud and things like that. So you probably wouldn't just drive a normal vehicle in here in the winter time. You'd need a 4-wheel drive, or at least an all-wheel drive or something like that. But we're certainly planning to come back here in the winter time when there's been a good snowstorm, and get some images here in the winter. So Lisa's just been photographing this one little batch here. What do you got there, Lisa? See what she's got. Oh wow, look at that. Quite cool with the hay bales in the foreground. Wow, they look amazing.
Not bad. Not bad.
This one here is really cool, got a real rustic look about it. The old outhouse on the right hand side here, and then you can also see the old water tank laying down there as well. How's that for a composition with the snow-capped mountains behind it and the nice yellow grasses? Looks really cool. So just have a bit of a wander around. I haven't got my camera out yet, but I'm certainly going to. This is cool. This one, I'll just head around the other side of this one. There we go. What do we got around this side? And there's another one behind us here as well, which I'll show you in a second. Oh wow, this looks really cool from the front. You've got the old outhouse here with the door on it, just here, the old wooden door, and then the front door of this one. This is really cool. I just wonder if you came here at the right time of the year when the Milky Way was up in the sky, or even the southern aurora. I think you could get some fantastic photos out here. You're certainly not going to get any light pollution out here. Cool spot. I'm just going to cross a little creek here. There's a small stream between me and the next one of these little fishing batches. I'm probably going to end up getting wet feet here, getting across this stream, but we'll see how we go. Bear with me. A wet foot, but we're all good. And I'll show you this other batch here. I'll just spin the camera around. It's pretty cool. This one here, we'll do a big 360. We'll pan around. I'm going to have to find out a bit about the history of these things. Those people that know me know that I'm not a history buff. I don't know anything about history. So yeah, how old they are, I don't know. But they are fishing batches. People come out here fishing. Whether people lived here in the old days, I don't know. So I'll have to find out a bit more about that. This one's kind of cool too. So I might go back to the car, grab the camera and get a couple of shots of some of these, and I can show you. So already what I'm thinking, what I'm thinking is I'll probably get my 24 to 105 lens and just try and stand back a bit from the batches and zoom in, probably at least 50mm focal length. By doing that, what I'm going to do is bring these mountains in the distance closer, or sort of compress the scene, because the mountains look amazing and I really want to try and give those a bit of real estate and a bit of impact in the photos. So yeah, I'll go grab a camera and I'll report back shortly. This place is absolutely fantastic. I'm just wandering around. I've just found this little river leading up to the mountains here. The light, the afternoon light, although the light's quite harsh and contrasty, it's still really beautiful. You've got those complementary colours, the blues and the yellows, and it doesn't matter when you photograph a scene that's got the blue sky with yellows in it. Those two colours are just good friends and it always goes really well together. So I've just been wandering around. Those that know me well know that my other passion besides photography is fly fishing for trout. and I'm just looking in these streams to see if there's any trout around, and I'm sure there would be here. So I'm going to go back to the car. I still haven't made it back to the car yet, but I'm going to go there and get my camera and start grabbing a few shots. Lisa's wandering around, and she's already taken some great shots. Next thing I want to mention, the most random thing you could ever think. We're out here in the absolute middle of nowhere. We are, you know, an hour away from the nearest civilization, and a guy pulls up in a car here and comes up and starts chatting to me, and it turns out that he's actually a follower of our YouTube channel. His name's Phil. So I had a good chat to Phil, so a shout out to you, Phil, because no doubt you'll end up watching this video. So yeah, what are the chances, eh? All right, I'll go and get a camera, and we'll see what we can find. So I've literally just stumbled across this reflection, which is literally in one of the tyre tracks on the road here. I just seen I was walking up the road and I seen the tiniest reflection in this little puddle on the road, and I thought, hang on, there's going to be a reflection here. The camera about 2 inches off the water. This is my video camera here. Kind of cool. So if I get a decent shot on the camera from this, I'll go ahead and show it to you. There's the puddle, just a tyre track in the road there, right down low over here, and we get a reflection. Now I've spotted another puddle over here next to Phil's car, so I'm just wondering if I can come up with something here, so we shall have a look. I don't know if this one's going to work. Oh, look at that, eh? I'll be. How cool's that? I'll grab a shot of that too. So here it is, the star of the show. You can probably see what I'm shooting here. This little one here is definitely the standout of all the ones here, and I'm pretty much just focusing on this one. A few different angles, a few different focal lengths, some wider shots and then some tighter shots, and I'll probably even try a couple of verticals. This one's beauty, it's a little beauty. I'm just trying to pretty much line up this mountain. There's one really sort of distinct mountain that's got a bit more elevation and a little bit more snow than the others, so I'm just trying to sort of strategically place that directly behind the chimney of this this little batch here. So we'll see how we go, and then some wider shots which I think I might crop into a fairly minimalistic sort of pano. We'll see how we go. Camera settings wise, really simple. ISO 200. I just use ISO 200 when I'm shooting handheld. Mainly do that just so I keep my shutter speed a little bit higher. F8, and I'm sort of zooming in. I'll just pick my camera up here. I'm sort of at around 40 to 50 millimeter focal length, and I'm about 50 to 60 meters back from the little shed, just so I can sort of zoom in a bit and bring those mountains in. And then shutter speed wise, what have I got here? 1/200th, but there's still a lot of ambient light at the moment, so the faster shutter speed's good. Whenever I'm hand holding, I try and keep my shutter speed fairly fast, just so I can minimise any camera shake. I've got the stabiliser on. I don't get any of that on the Canon R5 anyway, but I just want to be extra sure. Now here's the other batch, which is sort of right by the other one we've been shooting. I'm going to grab a shot of this one as well. I think I'll make this one more like a much wider view, pretty much like you see on the camera here. Have the mountain range in the background and keep it a wider view, and probably, yeah, again, probably make this one more of a pano sort of crop. Okay guys, so we've just finished up a shoot here. We've actually only got about 40 minutes till sunset, and it's probably 15 minutes drive to our next location, so we better hustle. This was unreal, really cool. I don't know if they'll be the world's best photos, but I think they'll be pretty cool. I've already sort of got an idea in my head how I'm going to go about editing these photos, so stay tuned for those. We'll jump in the car now and head off to our next destination for sunset. Okay guys, so we have just arrived at our second location. Sunset is literally in about 15 minutes. We probably left our run a bit late, but the light is just absolutely beautiful on the range behind me here. I'll spin the camera around and just show you this this light on these mountains at the back here. Just beautiful it is. Just dropped my camera, would you believe? That doesn't sound good. Hopefully it's all right, they're pretty robust. Look at the light on this range at the back here. Full moon and all out there, superb. Okay, so the sun's just about to set. You can probably see exactly what we're photographing here. Beautiful scene. Gorgeous light on the mountains at the back. There's not really any clouds, but we don't need the clouds. We've got a nice bluebird sky, but there's just a beautiful, nice pink hue on the mountains. So just gonna turn this camera off and just get down to business and at least just try and grab a couple of shots here, and I'll report back to you guys pretty soon. So super simple photography, this stuff. We're just keeping it really simple. I'm just going to show you my camera settings here. Basically all I'm doing is, I'm on a tripod of course, I've got a circular polarizer, f8, ISO 100, and then I'm pretty much just adjusting the shutter speed to suit. I'm actually underexposing a little bit, no particular reason, just because it looks good on the back of the camera. It's nice contrast. I think these images will probably lend themselves to being a little bit sort of underexposed, and also you've got the white snow in the background, so you want to just be mindful and careful that you don't sort of overexpose that snow in the background as well. So I'll just show you the scene. It's pretty much sunset now, or just past sunset, and you can sort of see the scene we're shooting. Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous, peaceful, tranquil, magnificent evening out here. Very quiet. It's definitely getting cold. We had t-shirts on about 20 minutes, half an hour ago, and now all of a sudden it's cold. It's probably down to about 5 degrees or something like that, so I've got the jacket back on. Well guys, that's going to end today's video. I just want to say thanks very much for tuning in. It's been a super fun little adventure. Just as I'm wrapping up, I'm looking over to my left here and I can see a random pine tree with some nice pink light behind it. So I think I'll probably go and grab a quick shot of that, and then we'll wrap it up and call it a day. These are the sort of photography adventures that we really enjoy. No plan, just getting out in the backcountry, away from main roads and away from people, and just enjoying ourselves and just shooting whatever we find. So as I say on all my videos, don't take life too seriously, stay curious, and hopefully we'll see you again soon in another adventure. We're still here in New Zealand for about another 10 days, 12 days, something like that. We've got another photography workshop yet, which will be the peak of the autumn colours, and we're looking forward to that as well. That's about it. If you want to join one of my photography workshops, make sure you head to my website and check that out. Really appreciate it. Also, I sell photo prints of all my images, so any images you see in any of the videos or on any of my social media channels, on my website, any of my images basically are for sale as prints, and that is another part of my business that I do a little bit with is print sales. So get in touch if you need a print. That's about it. We'll sign off from New Zealand. It's been a fun day. We'll show you a few images. We'll see you again in another video pretty soon, which will probably be another one from here in New Zealand. Take care of yourselves.